It's not a contest because contests are competitions over prizes. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Stop clicking right mouse button. Shizuni's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Sign language. Are you sure, Hichan? Very sure. Sign language. Well, you're wrong, Hichan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wahahaha! Shizuni pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and packs up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I'd almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Ah! Where do you want to eat? The cafeteria? Ah, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizuni and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favour eating in classrooms or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hichan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? Sign language. Right, Shichan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech. Hichan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play football, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. Well, there is a book club, right, Shichan? Right. But it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hichan, it's a really popular club. Your face scares me. Ah, okay, but more to the point, Hichan. Does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Oh dear. Good, great. Oh dear. That's great, Hichan. Really great. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. I can't do Misha and laugh. It's really weird. Why is it so great? Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap. No reason. Oh dear. No. Lies. You have a reason behind this. Well, Hichan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council! I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizuni looks a little embarrassed about it and Misha is laughing. Shizuni quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. Right. Hichan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we can hang out every day, Hichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan is the president. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizuni and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizuni quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Yeah, sign something to Misha. Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to... So you're admitting that? No, we mean nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course it'd be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it, but even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the working of one school. Yep, it's true, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hichan? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just some really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they're already pretty cute to begin with. Well... Signing. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hichan. What? Whoa! No! See, Shichan? Of course it wouldn't go so easily. Signing. Yep, that's right. Though it'd be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well. Shichin owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's interesting, Hichan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about Rich Man, Poor Man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Ah, why not? Well, because you two have the same incentive, the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Signing. Yep. Yeah, well that isn't my goal, but what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So, I'll have to decline. Hichan, I'm very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us and that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. I'm sorry. It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. Ooh. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. Well tried, but no. No. How about a game of paper football instead of Rich Man, Poor Man? Paper football? Yeah! It's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle, and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other players make with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. Wahaha! That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys? Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Ah, yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hichan? Shizane frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't meant to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempt to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Signing. Okay, Hichan, how about Risk? The game of world domination, as long as you start with Australia. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world, with armies and everything. And by everything, you mean armies, right? That's kind of it. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Sign language. Ah, really, Shishan? Okay. We can play just for fun, Hichan. Shichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room. Then, Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. Yes, more laughter. I grimace to tell him how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after getting Shizone to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Oh, there she was again. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in a seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering every flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell. What's wrong, Hichan? Signing. That's right, we're just going to play a game of Frisk, remember? I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be quite plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. Oh, that's not true, Hichan. Shichan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. What do you mean life is threatened? Her expression changes. Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than one of the classrooms. There's a big table in the centre surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old-school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here or something. But the most notable thing about this, the most notable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early? Sign language. No? What do you mean no? Does it mean no one else is coming today? Yep, that's right. Whoa! Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically. Signing. Hichan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okie dokie dokie. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain it to you while we set everything up. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. There are better board games out there. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial. How can you not explain Risk? Okay, I haven't had to do it in a while, but yeah, it's kind of simple. Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive no! Stop teaching! With a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. Signing. Shichan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Shichan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game now. And anyway, no! Signing. Shichan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare you who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. Magnanimous? She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index fingers against her temple, as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Signing. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Wait, please, slow down, Shichan? Shichan says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Okay. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. Signing back. She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't. Well, she said, this is where it's like, it's a trap. It's smart to play defensively here. We have Australia. We do. We can win this. Well, I don't know. This guy's not heard of Risk before, so maybe he doesn't know that. But I think, okay. I'm gonna do silly things, and I think I'd probably know that I can probably win from this point, but no, I'm just gonna, no, let's go out. Okay, you wanna challenge me? You have wounded me, sir, madam. Attack aggressively by pressing the correct button. She's either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose though, so I might as well try something different. Maybe if I spread out my forces and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage and lose. Shizune seems to focus on conquering whole nations, so maybe I can sacrifice my hold on continents to gain more. No! Stop it! To gain more small countries. It's worth a shot. A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively bump a fist in the air in celebration. Signing. I win! Yay! Yeah, I think I got that. It was pretty clear. Don't look so sad, Hichan. You're really giving it your best, that's what I thought. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough, though. If anyone knows that, it's me! You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. Signing. Hichan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. That's a very daring move. Hichan is impressed. Not really that hard. You just attack out of... Oh, you attack out of Greenland both ways. Yeah, that's a very daring move. Yeah, signing. The mark of great people is that they are daring, that they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, Hichan? Hichan? I don't know. Don't know how to pronounce these things. That isn't enough, though. Just potential isn't enough. There's no point to potential if you don't take the first step, and there's no point to that if you don't keep going. I want to see more. You're right, Hichan, but that's so demanding. Signing. Signing. Shizune leans forward, suddenly looking a lot less playful and more like the serious person I expected to be from the start. Signing. Hichan, would you like to join the student council? She really doesn't waste any time, does she? But it's only my second day of school, so I'm hesitant about committing to something so early. I haven't even taken a look at any of the clubs yet. But spending time with Shizune and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. I still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure. Maybe. I'll get back to you on it. Okay, Hichan. But I hope you're not just saying that so we don't feel bad. No, really. Really? Hichan, if you're going to say that, you're saying that it's definitely the truth and there can't be any mistaking it. I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing at the very least. She really smiles at that in a mischievous way that feels like twisting the knife in the wound of my loss. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realise I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. Signing. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Hichan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. You can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks. No thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor hallway. Wide, of course, and plain like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there is a plethora of other unmarked doors. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, though, just barely ajar so that I can see it's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the centre of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to the school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. Okay. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it's much easier to open than I'd anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head ever further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek "Hello?" on my lips is quickly snatched away.